all of the ways that we self-medicate for our pain end up amplifying the problems, the health problems in our life. Like you compounding your health problems over time. So you got to get to the root cause of your pain. And it's hard to break bad habits if you have not solved the pain problem that is driving you to medicate with that bad habit. And usually people will just substitute one bad habit for another, right? They quit smoking, but they start drinking more, right? Or they quit drinking, but they start eating more, So and I talk about this a lot in my first two books about how to do this, how to identify and eliminate the sources of stress in your life that are causing you pain, right? So that you can be free of them. But one of the most powerful things that you can do, and I want to just talk about this before we run out of time, is forgiveness. Forgiveness is such a powerful thing that you do, not for others, not for the people who've hurt you, but for yourself. Because when you choose to forgive the people who've hurt you in life, you are freeing yourself from a prison of pain. When you hold on to anger, you imprison yourself in pain. And the key is on the inside of the door. It's forgiveness. And forgiveness is not a feeling. It's a choice, right? You're choosing to let go of the anger, to not hold it against that person anymore. And you're releasing them to God and just saying, you know what? I forgive them. They're all yours, right? You can deal with them. I'm not holding out for vengeance or justice, right? Doesn't mean you weren't wronged. Doesn't change that fact that someone hurt you and wronged you. But what it changes is the way that you decide to respond to it. And you're deciding not to let that pain persist in your life anymore and have control over you. And so this was huge for me. And I can just tell you, almost every cancer patient I've ever talked to has pretty major forgiveness issues that they have to work through. And I just encourage them, you got to forgive every person who's ever hurt you by name until there's no one left. There's just no one left to forgive. You've just worked through your whole life. You can't do it in one sitting. It takes a little time. But if you set aside time to sit down and think through your life and think through your past and think about and remember all the people who've come in and out of your life who have hurt you in big ways and small ways, then with each memory, you can just stop and say, okay, God, you know what they did. You know how I feel about it. And I'm still mad. I'm still, disappointed. I'm still upset. I'm still hurt. But I'm choosing to forgive them and I'm letting it go and I'm giving it to you. They're all yours, right? You can deal with them. I'm not going to carry this anger and resentment and bitterness anymore. And forgive me for holding on to it for so long, right? I'm letting it go. I'm laying it down. That's the forgiveness prayer. That's it. And if you really want to go the extra mile, and I hope you will, is you say, I'm asking you to bless them, God. Bless the person who hurt me. I don't want you to, but I'm asking anyway. Does that make sense? Right? I'd rather you didn't, but I'm just going to go ahead. Because, Jesus said, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you. Right? And so that's what this is. This is showing love to your enemies by saying, you know what, God, I'm asking you to bless them, even though they hurt me. And man, I cannot even explain to you the healing that happens in your heart, the weight that is released from you when you pray this way. And then the other part of the process is just going forward in time. If you start to feel resentment toward that person again, you just have to catch yourself in the moment and say, you know what, whoa, I'm not going to pick this back up, right? I put down the pain. I'm not picking it back up. I forgive them, right? I made the decision and I'm sticking with it for life, because forgiveness is like a healthy diet. It only helps you if you stay on it.
That's right.
It's like, you got to stick with it or it doesn't help, right? So that is so powerful. And I've seen so many people have incredible turnarounds in their life through forgiveness, right? And you can eat the perfect healthy diet and do all the take all the supplements and do all the therapies, but if you hold on to anger and you don't forgive, it can be the one barrier to healing that you cannot overcome. And so I just want to encourage your listeners, to start forgiving.